everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of Lein in the Library. And today I'm talking with one of Powell High School's most interesting young people, Austin Marshall. And Austin Marshall is going to tell us all about how to turn your first-person shooter video game fantasies into reality without anyone getting hurt or arrested. It's pretty cool. Austin, welcome to the podcast.
It's good to be here.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So, Austin, you're going to tell us about this really cool way to have fun in a way that seems violent, but actually it can be a really fun way to hang out with people and, like we've talked about on other episodes, maybe even get a little more athletic. So tell us about it, Austin.
So, basically, the way I got into Airsoft was I've always liked shooter games.
So Airsoft, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I've always liked Titanfall and Halo and Call of Duty. And then my dad started to buy guns, and he brought me to the shooting range, and I shot, and it was pretty fun. But since I'm not 18, I can't own my own gun. So chose Airsoft as a way to help me just get better and then get more used to holding a gun.
Okay. Now, for those out there who maybe have never heard of this before, because every time I hear Airsoft, I think it's like a brand of a pillow or something, but it's very, very far from that. Tell the listeners, what is Airsoft?
So Airsoft is basically you have replica models that are really realistic of actual guns, and you go out to your local field and you just shoot. You shoot like plastic BBs, and the guns can be like spring powered, battery powered, or CO2 powered. But the best one is probably battery powered that you could use for the gun.
Okay, so it's a replica gun. Looks realistic?
Very.
How realistic are we talking?
Down to the smallest detail, besides the orange tip on the gun to show that it's not real.
Okay, and so that's the thing that's going to keep you from possibly getting shot by someone for real.
Yeah.
Is this bright orange tip. And that's required to have on the Airsoft gun?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you take it off, you have to have some other indicator that shows it's not real.
Like what?
Like orange tape or like anything that's like a bright color.
Okay, so you put some on there to say, like, this is not a real gun. Like, please don't call the cops on me. Don't shoot me. And it shoots pellets?
Yeah, plastic BBs, basically. Just like
Plastic
these little balls that are made of plastic.
Oh, okay, you did this, and I was thinking, good God, like, that would be incredibly painful. So tiny little plastic BBs, not like metal BBs and old-fashioned BB guns, but little plastic ones. So do they hurt?
They sting. Like, it doesn't really hurt too bad. Depends where you get hit, it hurts. But like,
right.
Just stings.
What kind of stings are we talking about here?
Getting pinched, maybe.
Getting pinched. Okay, like bad mosquito bite kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now wait a minute. What if you get shot in the eye or something like that?
Well, that's why you have protective gear, because you don't want to get shot in the face, because that would hurt really bad, and you could get injured if you get shot in the eye. You could become blind.
What kind of gear are we talking?
So you would have like goggles and mask protection, and then vest protection if you want vest, because that's what you can like hold ammo and everything on that as well.
Okay, and that just kind of protects your vitals, even though
Yeah.
you're not actually gonna lose your vitals. Hopefully. This is kind of random. What's the most painful place you've ever been shot?
Probably the ear.
Oh, ouch! Yeah, I played paintball growing up, and probably the most painful spot I ever got shot was the knuckle. I was holding my gun, and I peeked around a tree and got hit right on the knuckle bone, and my whole hand it felt like it had exploded. It was really bad. Now, so okay, you have these replica guns, and they shoot little pellets, and you definitely let people know they're not real. What do we do with these guns? I mean, obviously you're not running around neighborhoods scaring people. What do we do with them?
So I go to Sweetwater, which is an airsoft field. It's the closest one to where I live, and so they have like different game modes every other week. And the last time I went, we had 60 people show up. It's like an average number that we have, and so they split us into 4 teams. And so they would give us like different colored tape. We'd wrap it around our arm or our gun or something. And then we would go to the 4 corners of the map, and then they would like scream out 3, 2, 1, and then you'd go. And then if you got shot, you would sit down on the floor, and then you'd wait for the enemy team to capture you and bring them back to their captain to put different colored tape. And at the end of the game, whoever had the most players would win. Or
So what's the
versus
end of the
another team.
game since everyone can kind of be resurrected on a different team? Is it
It would
timed?
be either time or if the entire team was captured. Like all the teams were captured and they were one big team.
Okay. That reminds me of the tag game Blob, but instead it involves pretend guns. Now you said the arena or whatever. Like what kind of arena are we talking about? Is it a field? Is it a warehouse?
So it can be different between where you go. Where I go is just a massive forest, and they put like buildings, everything in the forest, so you could hide and
Oh, wow.
peek over stuff.
Does it cost anything to go do this?
It's like $15.
Okay,
Not
so
bad.
there's a little bit of a cost there.
Yeah.
Speaking of costs, I mean, we're talking about replica guns here that fire BBs. What kind of cost is this? Are we talking Nerf gun prices or actual gun prices?
Actual gun prices.
Actual gun prices. Wow. So where do we go to get these things?
There's a store near Westtown. It's called Parafrog. That's where I get all my guns and everything from.
Parafrog. Okay.
I spent like $1,500 or something.
$1,500.
Yeah.
Where do you get that money? Never mind, we don't have to answer that. So there's places out there, specialty stores that sell these airsoft guns that have a marking on them to say, this is not a real gun, and you gather on the weekends and basically play all these different competitive games. Now, why is this so fun for you? Why is this something that caught your attention and you spent so much money and time on it?
Probably just because I've always loved guns. Like, it's just a cool thing to do with your family and friends. And you just go out and you can work as a team, or you can go solo, you can hide, and just, I don't know. It's just always piqued my interest due to the realistic of, like, I've been always interested in military and everything like that. And so this brought me closer to that, besides not actually joining the military.
So what makes this maybe better than even playing a video game? Like you mentioned Call of Duty and Halo. Like, what's different about this?
The fact that you actually can get hurt, like you can get the feeling of getting hit, and then the fact that it's actually just real instead of just sitting on your bed with a controller or a mouse.
Is it harder than
Yes.
people think at first?
It is, yeah. Because you have to be precise to actually hit them. You have to know that you did hit them, and then when you get hit, you say hit, and you walk back to the respawn or wherever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely found when I play paintball, which for those of you who don't know, paintball is a little different. It uses these about a centimeter in diameter paintballs that are fired by CO2 gas through the paintball gun, but it wasn't like a movie, and I think that was part of it.
Yeah.
Is that in a movie, set pieces are staged in a certain way, and with this, it was just rougher. It was a little less refined and rehearsed and stuff, so it was a little bit grittier, and it gives you a sense of what it is like to actually be in combat. And I think one of the benefits, though, is that no one actually gets shot.
Yeah.
Well, shot with a bullet.
Yeah.
No one dies, hopefully, which is pretty cool. So if someone wanted to, they hear all this and they're like, "Wow, airsoft! I'm gonna do this as soon as possible." How could someone get started?
Renting would be the best spot because, like I said, it is really expensive to buy your own gun, and you can rent like a package where it comes with the gun, ammo, and then your protective wear gear.
Oh wow, okay. So and you could get this at that place like Parafrog
Yeah.
you mentioned, by the Westtown Mall here in Knoxville. So what does a rental package usually run?
I really don't know because I haven't ever rented because I got my first gun for Christmas
Oh,
because
okay.
I wanted to, and my parents bought it for me because I was saving my money to buy it, but they bought it for me.
So you saved your money to buy a gun?
Mm-hmm.
How much did it cost?
The first one was $160.
That was your first one.
Yeah.
What's the most expensive you have?
$250
$250.
just for the gun.
And
that
what is it?
doesn't-
What kind of model was it?
I actually forgot what it was called, but I
Is it
forgot
like
what it was called.
a pistol?
It was an
rifle?
SMG. I bought an SMG for my own money.
SMG. Okay. And now, is that actually automatic?
Yeah, it has single and it has full auto. The full auto is like the fastest you could buy stock.
So is that something you can use in these matches? Just spray everybody or what?
No, there's a 3-second burst, so you would hold it down for 3 seconds, and then if you get caught holding it over that, then you get like a timeout, or you just get kicked off the field.
Okay, so like a penalty
Yeah.
or something like that. Okay, cool. And I think we can, we've definitely let the folks know all the different ways that they can get involved, become a part of this, all the benefits to it. Just what would you say is the biggest way this has impacted your life and made life just more fun for you?
Spending time with my friends and family, probably.
Mhm.
Because without this, then I wouldn't spend as much time as my friends. Because we all like different interests and we live far apart. And so every other week we all get together and we go play.
And did you form these friendships through Airsoft?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, hey, folks, Airsoft may not be the right thing for you if you're not into guns or small pinching pain, but I can't think of a more fun way to get outside and get involved with others, and also learn about just the art of gun craft without actually putting anyone's life in danger. Could be a really fun thing for you. Who knows? Austin, thanks for coming on the show.
It was fun being here.
All right.